Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the Magic Square MS-B32A. Yeah, this is not the Fonzie edition A, but it is just a slight modification of the last one. So it's sort of like their metallic version, except it has one difference that we'll point out. But I did get this at Show's store. I'll link down below where you can get yours. So let's get into taking a quick look at this guy, because I've recently reviewed it. I mean, recently, it's probably like a few months ago, but recently reviewed it, but this one has one modification, and I'll show you coming up. Here's the box, and the box is about exactly like the other ones, except it says A on it. So that's really the only difference. Simple, simplistic, easy, Magic Square. All right, let's take a look at this guy. He looks pretty good. I'm gonna sort of answer the question in comparison. Should this design be made into Masterpiece? And I'll discuss that. Now, I am going to leave this back piece off for now, because we're going to get into the transformation and all that, and that's really ultimately, he's just going to be a gun for me, but I'm going to hold off on that piece. This is his backpack that would go on his back there. I'm just going to leave that exposed while he's in his bot mode, because we've already been through this very recently. But he is a good-looking figure, though, and I do prefer this darker, deeper purple, more of a toy-color purple. It's not very shiny, but it's not the sort of chalky kind of what we've seen in the past. So it's kind of in the middle with a sheen, with a bit of a sheen to it, and a little shine. Although it is not, I do not believe this to be painted anywhere except for like the silver, and the foot I think is just cast in that color, and then his one dot right there, his ears, antennae. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting of him. But yeah, I do like transparent stuff going on in there. You can see his chest and all of that. And so we've been through this, but again, we're going to look at pretty much everything about him and go into comparisons and then check out the new feature that we really can't use, but it's a new feature. And we'll see that in comparison. But let's get into accessories real quick. He's got instructions, a card, his hose, and hose ain't cheap. I'm going to wait and put his hose on in gun mode. Try to do things a little bit different. Now, we got a baggie of hands and options here. But I do want to point out that you have clear. So if you want clear right there. So I forgot. I thought it was as simple as just pop the hand off, pop it back on. No, you have like a whole insert where the hole goes. And then you can put like your saluting hand in there. It's nice and tight. You can get him to salute. And then, I guess, got to do the same thing on the other side. Pull the whole thing out. Put the whole thing back in. Yeah, I guess I don't remember this part. Alright, so this comes as its special little piece that you have to insert this into it to make it happen. I just don't remember going through all this trouble last time. Maybe I just didn't change the hands out. There he goes. With his clear hands, get an idea of what you can do with him. Fun stuff. Shockwave and his hands. But let's go back to the way it was. The only other accessory is his small gun form that has been mass shifted down for anyone to hold. And he gets to hold himself. And that is nice. Probably more for like Megatron to hold it, but you know, I don't have the star screen up here or anything, but here's a Megatron holding it. Who does hold him the most? I mean, I know Bruticus does. Come on, go in there. Alright, as you can see, that little tip there is a separate cast piece. It's not painted, so it can come off. There we go. Holding Shockwave, and let's get him back to holding himself. Let's get some real fast articulation going with this guy so we can do all of that fun stuff. Head side to side. He goes up that much and down a bit. Not much. Shoulder goes past the 90. You can do the 360. Of course, bicep swivel. And a double joint on the elbow. Waist swivel. Ab. Magic Square's ultimate ab crunch. Leg goes out this far. You get this, so this doesn't move, or it looks like it should. Now the whole thing does there. But you've got this up and down bit. You can actually give them a little more height with it if you want. But you can get it down and go as far as you want, and back should go as far as it wants to. So it's kind of hitting right here on all that. But yeah, knee, you got double joint, doing what you want, and the foot. So quite a bit of articulation. This guy pretty much getting to do whatever you need him to do. And yeah, typical with Magic Square. All right, so comparisons I'm going to do in a couple of different waves here, but this is just kind of size scale with Megatron Prime as we're used to seeing. And then just throw in like a hound so you can kind of see where he stands. And I want to point this out. He's not quite as tall as Megatron Prime, but he's almost there. And that's important to me, size-wise, scale-wise, all that. So is he tall enough? Yes, he's tall enough. I would like him. I just really view them as pretty much eye to eye, but, you know, eyes to eye, but that's just my view. So would I want him just slightly taller? Yes, but I'm still okay with size. Now let's bring in the last version that they made, the most recent incarnation of him, and you're going to notice that the older one, I already have the hose on and the backpack on. So this one does not have the backpack or the hose. Now, what's the difference? It's literally just that. So they've engineered in this little tab, the slot for a tab in Bruticus's hand, so Bruticus can hold him. That literally is the whole difference. That's it. That's all that I notice. Everything looks exactly the same to me, and it probably is exactly the same. That's the one difference that's engineered in. And do I think Bruticus could still hold him without that? Probably. But hey, it was only 25 bucks. Now for a little bit different type of segment here. We're going to be talking about, should this thing be upscaled, KO'd. Should it be upscaled to the Masterpiece? And I got to say, I still believe design-wise, Takara is still the best design for Shockwave. So some people are going to say New Age. I don't have New Age. I haven't handled New Age. The only real downside that I feel we have with this mold and this design is the thickness of the legs. I really think they're just way too thick. And Takara handled it by thinning theirs out quite a bit and giving it more of a curve, whereas this is less curved. And I just feel like if they redesigned the lower legs just a bit and gave it more of this design, it would look more like it should. Now, I'm okay with it in Legends, and I give Legends a pass on a lot of things that I wouldn't give a pass for on Masterpiece. So that's that. But the coloration, I believe this is probably more tune accurate for the Masterpiece, but the coloration I like better on Magic Square. Would I like them to make a Masterpiece one? Yes. Would I like them to resolve my issue with the lower legs? Yes. I'm curious where everyone else stands on that. Till then, I'm going to have Lavender Wave as my Shockwave. Alright, so here it is in the alt mode, and it's a pretty good looking alt mode overall. It's not perfect, but it is decent, so I'll give it that. And it's going to look good in Bruticus' hand, so I guess that's all that really matters. And this thing is supposed to double as a stand, but it doesn't really do me any good. You're supposed to plug this tab into that notch, and it's supposed to help make it stand, but all it does is separate mine. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with that. But you do have the sight here. You do have the front silver piece, which looks great. And that's good looking overall. Pretty good looking. A little openness in the bottom, but nothing really that bad. And considering, yeah, it does the job. Now, I didn't show the transformation because I've already done it in the past one. We just recently did that. So you can go watch that video if you want to see the transformation on it. Not really something I really want to spend a whole lot of time. I don't want this video to turn into 30 minutes because it could easily do that with one of these reviews. I'll use the stand just like that. But I'm going to go ahead and plug in the hose now. And the hose is going to plug into here and then into here. I don't know why they include two, I guess in case you lose one, but that's kind of nice. And a pretty good looking one overall. The handle here has some paint on it, just like the legs had some paint. This has some paint. I always thought because they had, you reverse the feet during transformation, that it would be able to stand on its own because of that, but it doesn't. And so it just kind of was a little bit odd, like how come they couldn't clear this up and just make it a straight handle, but it's okay. It still looks pretty good. And again, like I said, will fit in Bruticus's hand just fine, I hope, I guess. So I got this other one here, and I only got it, I think it was like a kit. I think it was a model kit kind of thing. I don't remember. I think I got it from Shozi. I guess I could look up Shockwave on Shozi and find out. I just don't remember where I got it, when I got it. Exactly. I've had it forever, but put it in. I used to have this one in my Bruticus, Zeta Bruticus's hand, but it did feel a little on the small side for Zeta Bruticus, so this probably will feel perfect. Will be interesting to see how this works, because I'm really looking forward to that Bruticus. And some more figures for size comparison. There we go, just so you can see it's really a good size gun. And it doesn't do the mass shifting, which is why they include the extra small one that you can put, which I guess I'll permanently have in Megatron's hand. Yeah, that works. Size, scale, I mean, you really can't mass shift this thing. Alright, so it's kind of an interesting concept that their Legends Shockwave is going to be integrated into the Bruticus Masterpiece. And there we are, this is where we're at for a Masterpiece Bruticus and his Shockwave to hold. To have and to hold, to love and to cherish, and to shoot up some Autobots. But let me know what you think about this. Is it worth getting another one so you can have one in Bruticus's hand and have one on your shelf as in bot mode like I'm going to do? If you can maybe get it at Shozi. I think they might have sold out, but they might get more restock. I'll have a link down below where you might be able to get yours. Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Tell your hanger out.
Record Sentinel Guard response time and accuracy. Holographic target selected. Target projected. Identify yourselves!
Some refer to us as Combaticons.
Destroy him!
You control giant sentinels. If you destroyed, robots defeated.
I must protect Cybertron from all hostile threats.